सुहानी सी एक बात मेरे रात की है। ये रात मेरे बहुत अजीज मेरे यार सी है। चुपचाप मैं बैठूं तो मोहब्बत सी बाहों में लिपटती, शोर में मदहोश, नशे में बहकाती। हर मौसम में रूहानी इसकी सोहबत भी है। ये रात मेरे बहुत अजीज मेरे यार सी है। साथ हो जो मेरे कोई तो चार चांद है लगाती। अकेला मैं बैठूं तो साथ अपने सारे तारे लाती। मेरे हर जज्बातों को खुद का समझती है। ये रात भी मेरे बहुत अजीज मेरे यार सी है। इश्क की गलियों में जाने कितनी चिंगारियां लगाती, दर्द के मौसम को भी ये है भड़काती। कभी दोस्त कभी दुश्मन बनकर हर दम मेरा साथ निभाती है। ये रात भी मेरे बहुत अजीज मेरे यार सी है। Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of A Night Before with Shrungar. Well, this podcast, as I said, will capture all the raw emotions and feelings that someone has experienced in their lifetime when they had a very important day the next coming day. And this podcast will cover the emotions just a night before that. And to begin with, I could not think of any two better people than I am calling on today's episode. Akshay, an entrepreneur by day and a dreamer by the night. According to him, he is a consultant to every business idea that any of his friends or partners have. He is an all-time thinker, and he thinks he is humorous or so that his friends will support him in that way. But I'm not sure about that. Ismail, an all-time movie buff and a travel buff. Fame led him to be a co-founder of a company called Explore the Earth with Akshay and another partner. And today, I have both of them on this episode with me. They are not just very young entrepreneurs, but very good friends of mine. So please put your hands together and please welcome both of them. It's actually a pleasure for having you guys here.
Thank you
Same here,
for
man.
inviting
So-
for the very first episode.
Yeah.
glad to be here.
Perfect. So before I say anything, I want you guys to give us or all the audience a brief about what Explore the Earth stands for, and there's a third partner if I'm not wrong. So
Yeah.
let us even introduce him. He's not here, but let's try to introduce him as well.
Yeah, sure. So it's called Explore the Earth, but it starts with an X. It starts with explore. So basically, we call all our trips X trips because there's a certain X factor to every trip that
Like,
we take or we take you
We
on.
give you an experience.
Yeah.
You know, so is it exciting now?
That's a good part.
So that's what it is, and it started as a travel blog which I used to write during my college days about 3 or 4 years back.
Okay.
It was just my personal documentation of whatever trips I took.
Hmm.
Then I took a job after my college. He started doing his family business, and at that time we were in a state of too much potential not being implemented anywhere. We had lots of ideas running, and some or the other way it came down back to the blog, Explore the Earth. It came up quite sometimes in our conversations, and during that time it started formulating that why just keep it to a blog, why not make it more, why not create a travel community, why not be travel content creators, and why not organize experiences and create a bigger group of people and make them experience what I have been experiencing. Why not?
Also, the basic idea being that when one goes to find travel information online,
Yeah.
he has to go through like some 10 or 20 tabs without actually finding something that will be helpful. So if
Okay.
you visit a travel blog, they will have all the personal experiences with all the fancy adjectives on it, but you'll still not know what to do on day 1 or day 2 or day 3. That was the basic idea, and we wanted it to come from community. So it shouldn't be just the 2 or 3 of us traveling in and just making a log of it, but it should be everyone's experience so that if tomorrow you want to go to Goa for an X type of trip, you should get information for that type of trip online with just 2 or 3 minutes of read.
True. Actually, I felt that. quite a lot of times when it happens to me that I'm trying for, looking at how should I plan my trip. I think I have that problems, actually where someone has done a leisure experience, vlog or blog, and I'm actually looking for more of a peace kind of travel
solo
plan.
or adventure or whatever. Another thing is travel right now, especially in India, is bombarded by big corporate companies. So they will always try to shove their package down your throat instead of giving you actual helpful content or information. So that was a problem that we saw, and we thought that let's cater to that problem and try to find a solution. So that's the reason we came up with Explore the Earth. And our third partner is called Saransh Agarwal. So he's from Noida, one of our good friends back from college in Christ, Bangalore. So that's where we met. 3 years we bonded quite a lot. After 1 year of discussions with him, we finally, 3 of us, launched
Also
Explore the
traveled a
Earth.
lot with him.
Yeah,
on multiple occasions.
almost all our trips, we three were on the same type of trip. So that's how we bonded over trips to launch this trip platform.
So I can say the idea of starting Explore the Earth started when you guys were exploring with
true,
your travel.
True, definitely true.
Right,
Definitely.
and it was not something like that suddenly one day you thought that we should start. Was it like suddenly वो होता है ना कि एक दिन आपको लगता है कि यार अब तो करना पड़ेगा. So
I think in our case it was not so sudden.
hmm,
I think it gradually.
it was already in the mind.
No,
we
it gradually
were looking
developed.
for some opportunity. Like
Yeah.
we wanted to do something over and above what we are already doing, and if it works out, go full time for it. So we were already looking for some avenues to work on, and we had this Explore the Earth or travel as a part of a lot of those conversations in the first place. So yeah, when he had a blog, and our discussions would come around this thing, so we thought like it's the same thing. Like if we travel and contribute to this, it will just be like 3 or 4 articles in a year. But if we crowdsource it, if we get more passionate travelers, like-minded travelers to contribute to our website, it'll be a good resource, a free flow of information, which is actually needed in the market right now.
True. So if I say free flow of information, is it only you who guys put up the content or the travel itineraries or the travel stories, or is it like everyone who wants to put up their itineraries or their stories, they can do so as well?
Yes, that's the whole concept, that we don't want to limit the information just coming from us. We want travelers to contribute information for other travelers. So
Okay.
we want to build that community where you can share your itinerary, she can share her itinerary, I can share my itinerary, and everyone can share their own itineraries for every one of us. So the more people that come into the platform, the more information we collect, and the more it spreads to every traveler looking for information.
So it's an open.
It's a crowdsource. We are crowdsourcing content.
So
Basically.
it's like a Facebook for
yes, travelers.
travelers.
It's a travel community. That's what we call it.
Nice. So how long, after Explore the Earth was officially started, in January 2019, did it take from that point, that particular point, for you to do officially a commercial trip where actually you planned a trip and asked people to join, and they, paid in advance, and then they joined for a trip? So where was that trip, and how long did it take from that particular point of start to that to happen? So how long does the time take place?
Took I think 2.5 months.
Yeah.
So March 16 was the first trip, and that trip was to Shivrajpur. Shivrajpur is a small beach, but very unexplored on the coast of Gujarat. It's a crystal clear blue water beach.
Okay.
With dolphins living on the beach. There are coral reefs on the beach, and literally no tourist on the beach.
Are you serious?
So we found this beach by chance. We were just looking at Google Maps satellite mode.
Okay.
Like, we have the longest coastline. How are our famous beaches only in Diu? Why not Gujarat can't have another good beach? And we were just going through the north to south coastline on Gujarat, and we found this blue patch on Shivrajpur. Like,
Okay.
the water was blue. There was greenery around it.
Very clean shoreline,
Yeah.
like just in the shape of number
A
3.
crescent,
Yeah.
2 crescents being formed, and we were like, why is no one going here? What is happening here? And that same weekend, we took the train to Dwarka. We hired a chakra rickshaw to go to Shivrajpur. Shivrajpur is 20 kilometers from Dwarka, and then again it drops you at the town of Shivrajpur. From there you have to go 3 kilometers
Go
inside
off the highway,
in the
village,
dirt.
and then towards the beach.
So we got down from Chakra and we went at the beach. We walked 3 kilometers and we see this long coastline, 4 kilometer long almost, and crystal clear blue water, not a single person inside. And we were absolutely in love with that place. And that was the time we thought this shouldn't be kept for ourselves. More people like us need to come here to enjoy this beauty. And that's how the idea of organizing a trip to bring in people, and we called it X Trips. And that's how it all started when we were at that beach. So yeah, and that same weekend we went through all the details. What will we need for camping over here? How is the food going to be organized for everyone? Are there enough facilities for staying comfortably for one night? Are there enough activities to be conducted at this beach that someone like us and others can enjoy for 2 days over here?
Okay.
And that's how we conceptualized the itinerary and everything for this trip. And we announced the first X trip to Shivrajpur on 15-16 March. And that was within a fortnight.
Yeah.
Within 16 days of the idea, we launched the first X trip for everyone. And
So-
we successfully conducted.
It was mostly people we knew
Yeah.
and their friends, of course.
Friends
So-
and families first.
But yeah, we had because of the same reason, we had a lot of cancellations. Also, but yeah.
That happens when you're hustling.
Yeah.
That happens. But tell me about it. So, since our episode or our podcast is basically about capturing the emotions or the feelings that you had on a night before that trip happened, that commercial trip. When the money started flowing. Probably not that great, but
Yeah,
for
the
the
first
first
cent, yeah,
and
first penny.
That's very important that you'll
Definitely.
remember through the end of you'll do huge trips, but that first
Definitely.
booking that you'll always remember.
100%.
So that first trip, the commercial trip that happened, and the night before that, the preparations and all the calculations that you have to go through, the number of people attending, the everything. So what was actually going on in you guys' mind? So did your partner also travel from Noida, or
No,
it was just
it
you?
was just the two of us at this time.
Okay. So what was actually going on in your mind? Tell me about that night. So let's go for.
I have too much to say.
So what was the date? Let's go with the date. What was the date that the
14th March.
14th
No,
March?
16th March was our trip. So 15th
Yeah,
night
15th night.
is what we are
15th
talking
night,
about.
if you're talking about
March
15 March 2020.
2019.
So
Okay.
it was a weekend trip, so Saturday, Sunday. So
Okay.
Friday
we are
night.
now talking about the Friday night.
Okay. So let's get to the Friday night mode. If you want to close your eyes and get back into that imagination.
I would rather not.
Okay. So tell me about that night. So Akshay, you start.
So it was very chaotic. We were nervous. We were in self-doubts. We were scared. But we were also excited. And it was more like we had this trust in the place. That the place is so good. Like even if we mess it up in some way, the place would compensate for our troubles, So that was one safety net that we had. But a lot of questions were there, like what if the driver doesn't come on time? What if the traveler is in some shitty condition, or drivers are not good? Or what if people don't like our playlists? What if they don't like the food? What if they are not that adjusting to the camping side of it? Because most of them are like luxury travelers who came with us. So a lot of questions were there, like what if they get bored? What if we run out of all the games? What will we do? So a lot of questions were going on, what and ifs and buts. But yeah, we didn't sleep a lot that night, but yeah, we were still waiting for the morning and this weekend to play out. So, and just see like where are we in terms of this whole new thing that we are starting.
So you're just hoping, the
Yeah.
things that you have planned actually happens
Yeah,
that
work out,
way.
yeah.
Okay. What about you?
So I am a heavy sleeper. Okay, if once I sleep, there is nothing that wakes me up for at least until 10 hours or so.
I can
10?
vouch for that. I know about that thing. I'll tell you about that
I
story
think he
later
sleeps for 12
on.
hours and he works for 8 hours, then again sleeps for some 14 hours.
So coming back, I'm a heavy sleeper, but this night I barely slept for like 5 to 6 hours.
Okay, that's
And
barely.
yeah,
for you.
that's barely for me.
Okay.
And I woke up almost thrice or 4 times this night, thinking, oh, it's already 5 o'clock in the morning, I need to rush. And I look at the watch and it's hardly 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. And then when finally 5 a.m. was about to come, I oversleep. But tough night, you know, a lot of things could have gone wrong. Luckily, nothing went wrong. Or luckily, what we thought went wrong didn't go wrong, but other things did.
Okay.
But till the last night, we had cancellations. The very first customer who booked cancelled the very first time. Like our first cancellation was also our first booking, so
Yeah.
that was a big drop in our energies, you know, on the previous night. And
There
that
were like 9 or 11 people in the first.
13 were there, and then
So,
we
like,
took
11
11
plus
with
two,
us. There were 2 cancellations already in the first trip. So yeah, very ups and downs on the one same night. A lot of things had to be taken care of because it's just the 2 of us. Everything had to come through us. So even the small things, like we had to carry a beach ball with us. So the beach ball got punctured, so we had to find a pump to, you know, repair it at the night before. We can't outsource it to someone at the same night. So even these little things added up to the pressure and the build up, you know. If this goes wrong, this happens. This goes wrong, this happens. So I hardly slept that night. Even 6 hours is like less for me. So but
Okay.
tough night, yeah. But when the things go into the momentum of it, you start enjoying that pressure. Like now looking back at it, I wish there are more nights going ahead like this.
Obviously.
Yeah, so that's the fun part, you know. At that time you feel the pressure, but reminiscing that time is also very important. And that excitement was there for the first penny, as you said.
Yeah,
it
obviously.
was the first actual revenue we were going to earn in the after a few months, because we had quit our jobs, we had quit our businesses, we were living barely on what our savings had been. So that energy and that excitement for the first money to come in was again a motivator.
Yeah.
Even
And-
though it was coming from our family, but
So though it was all just friends and probably, you know, friends of friends or
Yeah.
families, right? How was the pressure, you know, of actually living up to a mark? Because I
Exactly.
think that would have been that night, you know, that night
Correct.
would be with a lot of pressure, or you know, because you have to be on that notch game.
Yep.
It should be, you know, proper the way you have actually. It should
Dreamed
be an
of. Dreamed of,
X
yeah.
trip, X trip, right?
Yeah, correct.
So it should be like that. So how was that pressure, or how did you guys handle it? How did you cope up with it? He slept, I know. What did you do?
I
So-
underslept.
You understand? Oh.
So the thing was that my cousins or friends who were coming as from my invitation, they have never seen me professionally before, like be it in my plays or in my college assignments or anything that I've done at a larger scale. They have never seen me doing that, because in school I was very shy, very introverted. So this was also, nervousness was also coming from that end, because this is something big that I am doing, and in the very first time I am inviting them, who would soon in future gonna be the strong word of mouth for me. So I also have to live up to that. Like, if my own friends and community cannot enjoy it, I don't think it will be that easy to, you know, give some strangers a really good time on a trip. So that was very important for that. But I was pretty confident only for that part, that even if something goes a little wrong here and there, they are still family and friends, so they would understand. So it was quite comforting that way. But you know how
we wanted to set
yeah.
a benchmark.
Obviously.
We were doing something new for the community in Rajkot, at least, that taking you on a weekend camping trip. Not a lot of places around Rajkot where you can go camping, firstly, and secondly, the idea of selling a backpacking or a camping trip to the community who is more accustomed to a little bit of luxury, a little bit of, you know, leisure travel. It was tough, and especially it being our friends, we needed their confidence that they trust our idea. So we wanted to live up to that benchmark. So every little thing counted. As I said, that beach ball, we could have gone with a tennis ball, but we wanted a beach ball to provide that authentic experience, that you play a beach volleyball game over there. This only happens in X trip. You can't do this without us. We wanted that benchmark to be there. So that
It should be like when we are planning a trip with our college friends, we'll plan every single detail of it and how we want our friends to have fun, right?
Yeah.
We'll take care of everything else. Just like, so even when we are taking strangers with us, it should be the same experience. Like, even if 15 people are there, all of them are coming solo, they don't know any of them.
And we
But
want
they should still go back as one strong group of friends.
And we wanted to take care of everyone's needs. You know, someone might be comfortable with this, not with that. Someone might be comfortable with this, not with that. But we wanted to make sure there is a common ground for all of them, all of our, you know, clients who came with us. We wanted them to be the most comfortable, but also go out of their comfort zone and experience something new. So that balance of handling both the things and curating each and every little thing. We made food packets for everyone
Okay.
with equal number of cookies plus some namkeen. So there is something for everyone. That's how detailed we went.
And for like diet
rehearsed.
people, there was just fruit juice.
Yeah, we had juices and everything was planned to that level.
So minutest details were planned.
We ran like 100 rehearsals in our mind. We had planned and even invented some you know, car games and drive. So we wanted the journey also to be the most remembering. So we invented a game called Holy Cow. You have to spot cows. We divided people in groups and you have to keep
So, like-
spotting cows on the road and
So
stuff.
how famously Indian highways are for like cattle roaming around the road, right?
Yeah.
So
So every little thing like this we went through in the last like 2 weeks of time that we had to prepare for this. So that's how pressure the night was, that everything should turn out well. You know, even if one thing flops, our morals would go low. So we wanted everything to be perfect.
Okay. So this was about 2 days, right? So Friday you had all these emotions going on because you had a trip next day. Saturday, coming to Saturday when the trip was about to end, Sunday you guys were moving back.
Yeah.
Right? People had a good time probably. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I've heard from you guys.
Yeah.
But Saturday, what were the emotions on that Saturday? You know, when the trip was about to end, your first commercial trip that was about to end, and probably the only night where you were chilling with those
Yeah.
guys, right? But you must be looking at each other and thinking, you know, this happened. This actually happened. Your first commercial trip happened, right? And with a success, right?
We actually went one level beyond that. We forgot everything and we were dancing like crazy on that night. that moment of, you know, that okay, this just happened. We had our first successful activities and conducted the whole day properly and everything is going smoothly. People are having a crazy time. And that night, like, we danced for almost 2-3 hours on the beach with a good like big speaker and lights going all around. We were dancing our hearts out, especially both of us. I don't know if anyone else was dancing, but we both were definitely. So it really went smoothly. The whole day went as perfectly planned as
Like minute
we
by
wanted.
minute, yeah.
And even
So-
whatever didn't go as planned, people were flexible enough to, you know, enjoy whatever was happening. Even the things that
Yeah.
went haywire, but we were able to manage it and bring it back so the energies were up. We had a very active first day. We had planned a lot of games with water balloons and this and that, and everything went perfect. We had a good
everyone was a
sunset.
sport, yeah.
Yeah, and people were participating actually. Usually it happens, the group whenever you see a group, but everything went well. And then it was time for sunset. Sunset, the whole vibe was extreme chill, cause 4 kilometers all around you, not a single human in
Just our
sight
group.
except the 15 of us. The whole beach was ours. People were taking long walks on the beach by the sunset. Half of us were sitting and enjoying the sunset, and that's when we thought that okay, this is going beautifully. We want to do more of this. We are going to do more of this, and that's when that moment had came, you know, at the sunset. And then the campfire came, and then the music came, and then it was on a whole different vibe.
But yeah, even after that, when you're no more allowed to, not allowed to, but we were kind of being respectful and we shut off the speakers. But still, we, both of us, along with the whole group, each one of them, we were still up till around 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. and we were playing Mafia.
Yeah. So the whole 15 people had bonded together over the campfire. We played the Mafia game. It's a party group game, and where everyone actually fights with each other, but in that fight, people connect with each other. You know, when you're fighting with someone, you are creating a bond. In a way. So those 15 people came as strangers to each other. Maybe 2-3 people knew each other, but overall the group was a stranger. But we went back as one group, you know, as a part of one X trip or X fam, as we
Like
call
all
it.
of you have
Like,
now a
no-
WhatsApp
no
group.
One, no one wants
Yeah,
to
we do. Yeah, we reshare that. It's almost 1 year. We share memes about one person's joke from that time. It's still pretty active, you know. So we went back as a community after that, and that's what we wanted to achieve with Explore the Earth. We wanted a travel community, and we were able to achieve a physical community with the X trip. So we were very proud and happy that that moment happened.
Good. So that were your particular, emotions on that trip, right?
Yeah.
But so now let's come in a way where you guys are now young entrepreneurs into this travel zone, right? And you must be seeing a lot of your friends or someone in your group or friends of friends who are traveling across the world or across the nation.
Yeah.
Probably a lot of solo traveling is happening. That's the new cool,
Yeah.
So, but a lot of people say that they have a beautiful experience, and a couple of them don't have much of a great experience, right? So, you guys have traveled yourself solo trips or probably
Yeah.
long trips with a group. So, what do you think? What are the general mistakes that a normal human being makes as a solo traveler?
So I think the very first thing that people should know that they need to strike this balance. They shouldn't be so introvert or so much into themselves that they can't even mingle with any other person throughout the trip. Nor should this be their primary focus. Like, I'm going there, I'll just mingle with some foreigners, or I'll just meet other solo travelers, like-minded people. So this is traveling. It's not dating. But that's what the
That's
misconception
actually
yeah,
a very
has been.
nice way to put it.
So the person should also be able to enjoy the place and enjoy, more importantly, enjoy the time with themselves when they are
His or
alone.
her own company. We are going on a solo adventure or excursion to be with yourself, right? That's first reason, solo.
Solo.
So they should know what time to spend with themselves, for themselves, and they should also know that they are in a place, they are in a culture, so they should take equal amounts of that place and culture and those people they meet equally, not only one or only other.
So this is a general mistake that you. So
I mean, we
people-
have seen people do this, or we have been on a trip and we have realized on the trip itself, so we made amends.
It's like a solo trip nowadays is for the gram. That's what I mean.
It's for the gram.
So if you are updating the world about each and every second of your solo trip,
Yeah.
I don't think it's a solo trip.
That's basically taking your whole
Community,
Instagram
yeah.
family together with you.
Like,
Spamming
you can
them.
obviously share some highlights and stuff, but the whole idea is to enjoy the place and enjoy the time with yourself. That's what a solo trip is, according to me.
Okay.
That's one thing everyone should start, with the mindset of solo travel. When they think that this balance should be there, time for yourselves, time for the place, both should be equally balanced. Second thing, I think people should take care of or do a little research. I mean, a lot of people like to go raw, that I go to the place and let the place take over me.
Yeah,
That's
I like
also-
just get a map or something. I'll approach locals and
A good approach, and lots of people have fun doing that. That's also a type of adventure. But if you tried it, or if you don't feel comfortable, don't push into it.
exactly.
Research a little bit about it. It helps a lot. It at least leaves no room for regrets. Okay, I
you
was at
spend
this
your
place.
like 2 days, 3 days, whatever, a week to the optimum
Yeah.
way that you can.
And so little things like, let's say it's the month of July and you're going to Manali. Now people think it's either cold or snowing in Manali. But the thing is, July is quite heavy rains in Manali. Now, if you think let the place take over me and you don't even have a raincoat or an umbrella with you, it's going to be a terrible trip. And that's why do a little research. That helps.
obviously.
Small things like this make a
SLB is spoiled.
yeah. So that's one thing. I am very particular about packing light.
You are very
yeah.
particular about packing light. I am quite aware about that.
So it helps if you're traveling solo. It's all the luggage on you on your backpack. Usually, if you're a solo traveler, you are a backpacker, and you don't carry suitcases and leisure. It usually isn't a leisure
You
trip.
can't like leave your stuff around and go start wandering also.
The
Because
less-
it's not safe. Like,
yeah,
you
less-
don't want to lose your stuff on the very first day of the trip.
Less you carry,
Yeah, better.
easier
Convenient.
it is. Yeah. So pack light. It helps. If you're just going for a new trip or if you're new to solo traveling, that also is quite a helpful tip. I think that's all I can think of right now. And the other things are some things that you need to experience on the journey.
Let the place take
yeah,
over you.
don't
Or
take
let
it.
the experience
yeah.
take over
Don't
you.
take it from us. Experience it. And come on next trips.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what we'll do in the next segment is
Okay.
I'll ask you a type of traveling,
Okay.
and you both tell me one each advice for that particular kind of travel.
Okay.
Right. So, we'll start one advice for adventurous travelers.
Okay. Mm,
One short advice.
Okay. Be safe. See, if you're going for an adventure, it means there is certain risk. But knowing that risk is also important. If you're going on a hiking trip which has lots of sun and you're not carrying sunblock, you're wearing like not the right clothing, you're going to have a sunburn, you're going to dehydrate yourself, and you're getting into a risk. Even though it seems like a small easy hike, but if it's temperatures above 35 degrees Celsius, definitely you're going to get sunburn and dehydration. If you're not carrying enough water, if you're not carrying the right coverings and sunblocks, then you are risking yourself. That ruins a trip, and that's the first advice. Be safe when you are traveling for adventure. So know what kind of adventure you're going to, know what kind of risk there are. If people go to Ladakh and then they ride motorbikes there and they get down at Leh, which is a big altitude jump, almost 3,300 meters from the sea level. When people travel, the first thing that hits is the altitude, AMS,
Sickness, yeah.
altitude mountain sickness,
Okay.
acute mountain
mountain
sickness. You get headaches, you think okay it's just jet lag or something like that, but it's actually AMS hitting, and AMS is a very serious disease. So even a small thing like a motorbike trip to Leh Ladakh, which is pretty common these days, it has its own risks. So be aware what are the risks you are getting into, and then prepare for adventure.
Also, like, just know and respect your limits. I know adventure is also about pushing yourself as much as you can, but don't force it just because everyone else is.
Yeah.
You should
Just
know and
for the
like,
gram.
Yeah.
So that's a very important thing. Adventure travel needs to be taken with equal risk. Yeah.
Cool. One trip for family vacations.
Okay, so one advice would be that plan it really well, because when we go out as a family, it's for all of us to take a break, also to spend time with each other, quality time with each other, right? And every person is different in themselves, and everyone likes different things. If your dad likes museums and you like some adventures, your mom would just like some sightseeing, anything, it could be anything, or like mix and match. So just take care of everyone's interests and keep good segmentation, like plan it really well so that everyone enjoys it equally, and you also take part in it as much actively as that person is. That's how you will
Strike
come
a balance. Yeah.
exactly.
Because if it's like a 3-day trip, at least spend 2 or 3 hours researching the trip. At least one person from the group should. Because oftentimes it happens you rely on a package or you rely on something and you don't end up enjoying the whole trip. Either you don't or someone from the family doesn't. So taking care of everyone's and there should be together time, and there should be some time for every individual also in the trip. There should be some time. It strikes a perfect balance for everyone. No one will feel left out or too much overwhelmed with things when you spend 2 or 3 hours in research.
Okay. Now, since you guys are explore the earth, you curate X trips. So, what are the X trends in new kind of trips happening? Because I know for one that you guys did recently a Manali to Leh bicycle ride, right? If I'm not wrong. So
Yeah.
you did a bicycle
Yeah.
ride from Manali to Leh,
Yes.
and there have been certain videos that I've put up on YouTube.
Yeah.
But what are such kind of X trips that happen, or someone should experience?
Any kind of travel that's slow travel, basically,
Okay.
where you're not in a rush, you are not just there for some sightseeing or just to be there. Like, you are there because you want to experience the place, you want to know the culture, you want to know the people, and take a little bit of that place with you as memories for your lifetime. So that's what I would suggest, like slow traveling in any form, like whether it's hiking across different places or it is bike packing or backpacking. So like when we did this trip, like you said, bike packing trip it was, so we covered the same route which can be covered in like 24 to 30 hours by car or bike in like 12 days. So that's how slow we are talking about.
People take a 12-day trip for Ladakh, in which they go from Manali to Ladakh and then explore the place around. We took a little 15-day trip, but we cycled from Manali to Leh, and 12 days of the trip was the whole journey. Because there's the saying, the journey is what it counts, not the destination. We actually lived it.
Ah.
And I think that's a good way to travel. Not a lot of Indians traditionally were into this. Now lots of people are picking up. So I think it's the new trend, slow travel. And I think more people should embrace it. And that's what we actually call traveling rather than just touring. You don't tour around, you actually travel slowly. I think everyone should experience it once and then decide for themselves what worked or what didn't for them. I think that's a popular thing that's picking up.
Yeah.
And that was going to be our next X trips.
Okay.
Manali to Leh by
You're planning-
cycling.
you're planning.
Everything is planned, but go Corona, go.
Okay, so
So-
as soon as this is done, they are going to be planning an next trip for you guys where you can
Yeah.
bicycle with them from Manali to Leh.
Yeah,
Keep checking their videos on
yeah,
Instagram.
updates on Explore the Earth, Instagram and YouTube. Keep
Start with the
following.
next, yeah.
So guys, that's all what I had for all the questions that I had, for the night before
Yeah.
and for Explore the Earth. Right now, we'll definitely do some more, such episodes, such podcasts. But thank you for answering, and a lot of people will actually benefit out of this. And
Let's hope so. Yeah.
everyone who wants to get on Explore the Earth and understand, I'll be putting a link down below, right? So you can follow them on Instagram and YouTube and everything, right? Now, what I have for you guys is, since both of you are travelers,
A hamper.
no, I wish I could give that, but since both of you are travelers, I have a game for you.
Okay.
So it is called Who Am I?
Okay.
I'll be giving you placards which will have 3 places names from the same letter.
Okay.
Right. So if it starts with A, it will start. All the 3 names will start from A.
Okay.
Right. But you have you cannot use the name of that place, or the capital of that.
Like taboo, okay, yeah.
So you just have to describe that place to the other partner, right? So you have 2 placards, so basically 6 names.
Okay.
Right. The person who does explain all the 6 names in the fastest time will be the winner. And I wish I could give you the hamper, but not right now. Soon in the future we'll be able to do that if we get sponsors ever. But then
On record.
but then right now it's just for fun.
Okay,
Sure.
cool.
Right.
cool.
And
Bring it up.
let's start. So I'll be putting up the time,
Okay.
and we'll start with Akshay then.
Yep.
Sure.
Okay. And your time starts now.
Okay. The first pass on our journey.
Rohtang.
Yes. Holiest place with rafting and
Rishikesh.
yeah. And 4th largest city in Gujarat.
Surat. Rajkot.
Yeah.
Good.
Famous coffee in Karnataka.
Kurk.
Yes. Capital of 2 states.
Chandigarh.
Yeah. And another famous place for coffee in Karnataka.
Chikmagalur.
Yes.
Oh man, that's fast. That's
Thank God I
20
studied in Bangalore.
Bangalore. Since
Okay.
you are in Bangalore, so that was 27 seconds only.
Shit.
Yeah,
Uh,
nice one. Okay, your time starts now.
Okay. Parvati Valley, Tosh, Malana, and
Kasol.
yep, state which got divided into 2 union territories.
Kashmir.
Yep, and one more town in Parvati Valley. It has the word, the holy river of
You
India.
cannot.
Holy river
Okay,
of India.
yeah, you-
Gangotri.
Which is the holy river of India?
Ganga.
Yeah, and add one more word before that. Okay, skip.
Khil Ganga.
Yep. Okay, Himachal Pradesh, little unexplored like Ladakh. If we go right from Rohtang Pass,
Yeah.
this
Lahore.
nope, that's
Spiti,
where we went.
Spiti.
Yep. One of the northeast India's states, but not in the cluster.
Sikkim.
Yep, and in Gujarat, hill station.
Girnar.
No,
Oh,
one more.
S, right?
Yep.
Saputara.
Yes.
You did good, but 50 seconds.
I got the tough ones.
Okay,
Kheer Ganga.
But I am surprised by the way you guys know every smallest details of all these places. So yeah, that was fun. I hope it was fun for you
Yeah,
guys.
hamper.
I wish I could give you a hamper, but yeah, for another time.
Yep.
But thank you for coming. Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
the part of the
Thank you
first
for
podcast
inviting
of a
us.
night before. Right, and we're gonna be back soon with another podcast of emotions, feelings of someone's other night, right, who would be having a blast full of day the next day.
Keep watching A Night Before with Shrungar.